In today's episode, we'll be following Jonathan Duhamel on an Alpha 8 high roller tournament with a buy-in of $100,000. The blinds are 800 and 1600 and an ante of 200. On pre-flop, Mizzy raised to 3500. Duhamel has a hand that plays well pre-flop, because if he raises here, the opponent can only call with a big pair, or ace-queen, or raise with pocket queens or higher. But at this level of the tournament, when the players are not in the money yet, there isn't really any purpose to get into a war when all you have is an ace-high hand, so he just called to the player behind him. On the flop, Mizzy bet 6,800. Now at this point, Duhamel can choose any option to play. A fold is a good option too, since he'll have enough chips to use later on in the tournament. A call is also an okay option because if Mizzy has some kind of queen-high hand, he probably won't continue betting on the turn unless a high card comes. Because once Jonathan calls with a player behind him waiting to act, he can represent a hand that connected with the board. The only problem with a call here is that if Mizzy has a pair, he'll continue firing on the turn or check call, and unless Duhamel hits an ace or a king, he can't win the hand. The last option is to raise, which is also a good option because if he raises with a player behind him, it again shows that he connected with the board, but he's worried that another card could kill the action. So if Duhamel just calling pre-flop in this early stage of the tournament, he can represent any hand like deuces, threes, a pair, or two pair. So if Duhamel raises here, it's going to be tough for Mizzy to only call because he'll be facing more bets later in the hand. Even if Mizzy has pocket tens, he can either fold or raise, but not call. Duhamel knows that unless Mizzy hits something from the board, he can't continue with his hand. And in this case, Duhamel, if he raises, doesn't need to hit an ace or a king on the turn or river to win the hand. Jonathan chose to raise to 18,500 and won the hand with the worst hand.